Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Thanksgiving. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about what I did when I couldn't find a job. So, I started my own web and software development business. So, it's been a whole year since I began applying for jobs. For those of you who have been following me, you already know that I actually got hired this past September. So, it took 10 months for all that to happen. But during those 10 months, the struggle was real. I kept getting denied after job, every single application, hundreds of them. So finally, I decided to take matters into my own hands and give myself a job by starting my own web and software development business. It's essentially just me freelancing, but under a more professional business name. So I started an LLC, which I highly recommend you do if you are planning to go this route. Don't do it under your real name. Just come up with a professional business name, use that name. When you have an LLC, clients and other businesses, potential partners and stuff like that, they'll take you more seriously. And you can protect your assets more in case you get sued for any reason. It separates your personal assets with your business assets. And there's other benefits too that come with having an LLC. So the target clientele for my business is other small businesses. So could be, brand new restaurants or gyms or shops, anything like that. Or it could even be existing businesses who don't have a website, or they do have one, but it could use a lot of work. Maybe a redesign. Or maybe their developer just left them in the dust, who knows. And it's actually a little ironic because I started this business about a month before I got hired. Now, if I knew I was going to get hired, I probably still would go through with making this business because, why not? Extra income. But, everything started to fall into place. I had my business. Okay, great. Now I'm having some sort of income. But then even better news, a month later, I found out I got hired. So the rest is history. But my very first client is actually a longtime friend. So what I did was, after I created an LLC, made a Facebook page, made my own website for my business, all of that, I went to Facebook. I made a post. I said, hey, I'm currently freelancing. If anyone needs web design, web development, or software development for their business or whatever personal needs, reach out to me. I'd be happy to help. And had a few people comment saying they were interested. The first one of them was actually my friend, who's actually now my client. And he's been my client ever since. And he's been giving me tons and tons of projects. So he's been keeping me pretty busy. One client, but multiple projects. So it feels like you have multiple clients, even though it's just one. And I actually got a referral from him, one of his business partners. So now I actually have two clients. So slowly growing. Another point to add here is to use your network, use your social media, your existing connections and friends. So like what I did, go on Facebook. You can even go on LinkedIn. I did that as well. Use your circle, I'm pretty positive that you can find work, you can find clients based on your own circle, no matter how big or small it is. And by doing all of this, you're giving yourself experience. So you can definitely put on your resume, you have your own side business, LLC, you have experience developing for these clients, for these small businesses. It is something. It does look good. It can definitely help. And the thing is, I did all of this after I already interviewed for the job that I had now, so I couldn't really use that yet. But, I got hired anyway, so that was the good news. But the point is, you can give yourself a job and give yourself experience if you're unable to find employment. That's what I ended up doing, but it ended up working out for me anyway in the end. So, a little before and during this whole process, I did a lot of research online. And I found that using templates for websites really helped out. That way you don't have to build everything from scratch. You can utilize these templates, redesign them. We rework with them a little bit to suit the demands and needs of your client. Also, I forgot to mention, I hand code everything, by the way. I'm not a fan of WordPress or low code, no code solutions, even though that's what both my clients currently use. They already had a website. It was developed by other WordPress developers. Again, I don't like WordPress, but because they already had all their systems and everything in place, I didn't want to start everything over from scratch. So I decided to just work with them and do my best. But for any future client who doesn't have a website, I would be more than happy and willing to hand code everything from scratch. You'll have better control over everything, more flexibility, more freedom. You won't be limited to whatever platform they're using, whether it's WordPress or whatever other platform. And it simply just looks better because you know how to code everything from the ground up instead of using different technologies to help you out, if that makes sense. Now, there's nothing wrong with using platforms or other technologies to help you, but just saying. So during this whole research process, one of the things I wanted to know was how and what should I charge my clients? Now, what I found was two methods that seem to work the best. One is a monthly subscription, which is probably the best and most ideal one, I would say, because it gives you a recurring monthly revenue. The other one is a lump sum where they pay you upfront, usually anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000, depending on your experience, for the website, and then a monthly hosting fee, such as $25. And then if they want any edits, you charge per hour. But with the monthly subscription plan, they pay you a set amount, so it's zero down, but anywhere from $150 to $250 or more if you want per month. And that includes hosting, 24-hour support, analytics, unlimited edits, all of it. It's a pretty good deal, pretty good package, and most clients lean towards that one, at least from my experience and from what I've saw online and from my research. Most people think, you should charge by the hour or charge per project. Now, I was leaning towards charging per project, and that's probably what I would use when it comes to software. I haven't had to make any software or apps for anyone yet. It's mostly been websites and other miscellaneous technical support stuff. But if you're interested in starting your own web development, software development business, there's plenty of resources out there to help you. There's so many guides. I found this great guide. It laid out every single thing you needed to know and do. If anyone's interested, leave a comment down below. I'll be more than happy to share the link. Now, the reason why I only have 2 clients is because I haven't really had time to market it and advertise it. That was my goal and plan from the beginning. I was going to, make business cards, and I was thinking about doing ads and this and that, but I ended up getting hired, so I don't really want the extra workload. My life is currently busy enough as it is, working full-time, having a family, and even though it's only 2 clients, it's enough for now. Probably in the future, when things settle down a little bit, I'll probably accelerate my business a little bit, maybe try and get some more clients. And depending on how it grows, I might even consider hiring other developers to help out, which means I'll have to pay them, of course, and that's less money in my pocket. However, that's what comes with starting and owning a business. And with this, I've learned a lot of other skills too. So being a developer, especially having your own business as a developer, you don't just code. You have to learn how to market. You have to learn how to communicate. You have to learn all these other soft skills. But it's a good thing. I highly encourage it because it opens your mind. It broadens your skill set. There's always something new to learn. And ultimately, it's good experience for you to put on your resume. You can list all these different skills. Hey, I did this, I did that. I know how to market. It'll make yourself look good on your resume for your future employers. So they can see, okay, not only does he know how to do the hard skills of coding and the technical stuff, but he knows how to do all these other things too. So it makes yourself more valuable. Also, another thing about my business is not only do I do web and software development, but I also added a third service, which is Web3 and blockchain development as well. Now, no one is currently in high demand or need of that right now, but I'm pretty sure in the future, once regulations hit, more and more businesses and people, individuals, corporations, everyone is going to be needing this service more. Once blockchain becomes even more mainstream, gets utilized more, I feel like we would have a good chance to be in the blockchain development business. So might as well get started now, have that out there so that people know, but when the time does come, it'll be a supply and demand issue. So there'll be a high demand of blockchain development, but a low supply of blockchain developers. Even though I know there's a lot of blockchain developers currently, but maybe they're not doing professionally under an LLC like me. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. And guys, if you're struggling to find a job out there, trust me when I say I know the struggle. I know how bad it is. It's still currently bad. I see posts in stores all the time of people struggling to find jobs after 400 or 500 applications, or even after years of applying, they still don't have a job. It's sad and it's scary, and I really do feel bad for them because I was in their shoes. So my advice is take matters into your own hands. Give yourself a job. Start your own business. Maybe you're not a software developer. That's okay. If you still want to be in tech, build that experience. Figure something out. Start an agency. Work with other people. Hire them. Or even apply to those small agencies because they are probably in need of people too. Maybe they need developers or cybersecurity analysts or something. Who knows? Most importantly, don't give up. That's very important. Don't give up. Keep trying. No matter how gloom and doom it may seem, keep applying, keep trying. You will get there, I promise. Keep tailoring your resumes. Keep applying. That's all I got for now. Thanks for listening.